relationship with the public. Because in the past, the relationship with the public has been dismal at best. But that, I've made my point, and let's move on.
Did y'all have any comment? I mean,
Well, I guess I would ask, you know, about the example in Shotwell Hollow Road. Was the board obligated to vote that evening?
No.
No, and I will tell you, I mean, I'll speak to that when I made that motion. It was something that was going on, I would say, probably 2 years earlier on. I know that, if it's my memory, every member took a ride either with the Cardos or Mr. Coppage or both. And it was just one of those things, how many public hearings are you gonna have on it? VDOT giving you no guarantee that no more money's gonna spend. All it takes is one person who says the road is unpassable, and then there are guidelines they have to go in there and do. So, right or wrong, how folks feel about the decision, that was the reason behind that, to move forward.
There was certainly a lot of studying done ahead of time
Yeah,
on
well,
that.
my recollection is that went on for a while too.
Right.
But if it had been a situation where
If it was a new decision, I mean, a new information, I speak personally myself, I wouldn't have lowered a gallon on. That's one that I've sat out in audits and heard them keep on about, and then VDOT keeps spending money, and
The highway department, and in that particular case, I'm the only person from Madison County that went to Warrington and sat down with the highway department with all the research I'd done. And the highway department on a road like that, you can cease maintenance, you can abandon it, or you can let them, or keep maintaining it.
But we all understood that, Bill. We understood that.
But I made my point, so
And,
let's move
and as a
on.
matter of fact, I went to Culpeper and spent a couple hours with the highway department. And I think other people also did their homework on that.
We getting off the point of the public comment.
I think the justification that we've never done that is a horrible justification, and should never be used. In the same sense, if we were to try this, as just a try, could we change it back so that there wasn't any public comment? I mean, I agree with you that we don't want to be distracted off of our agenda and what we're going to do, but in the same sense, I would have guessed that 15 people at a workshop is fairly kind of an anomaly, and I just think that I think, why would you not try it? And if it works and they're limited to 3 minutes, you're really not losing a whole lot. I mean, you really aren't. I just don't see a whole lot of downfall with it, to be quite
I
honest.
was remembering the 15 people, it was when we talked about deer processing.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one, yeah. But I just don't see
However,
a
there
reason
were
for that.
people specifically invited
Oh,
who were
absolutely.
involved in
Absolutely.
the deer
Right.
processing.
That's-
It wasn't general opinion,
No.
it was
Oh,
to
absolutely.
get the
Absolutely.
information from the people who were involved.
And incidentally, in the bylaws and all, that was one of the comments I put in public comments, that the board should set aside a time period for public comments, that is the regular scheduled public hearing session each month and its workshop. So, that was,
I just don't see it as a lose.
double
I mean, you make a comment and move on. I mean, if 3 minutes is very small amount of
Well, would
time.
you wanna set aside, say, 15 minutes, out of our meeting? Or 30 minutes out of the meeting?
I don't think we can do that, because it depends on the subject and who shows up and what they got. So,
I think you've got to limit it back down to that 3 minute mark, which it is at. Isn't that what it is right now, 3 minutes? So, I mean, there's only so long that anybody can.
we don't have to decide this
No,
night.
no.
It's been brought up, and then we'll
Well,
do it
the
later.
point is, if you want to change the workshop practice to allow for public comment at the workshop, we need a motion to do that. And we will need that motion, because we don't take motions at the workshop unless we suspend the rules. And in some cases, when there's been an emergency, we've done so. But for the most part, we do not take motions at the workshop.
we would put this on the agenda, and if it gets put on the agenda, you just need to decide if you wanna put this on the agenda at the regular meeting. And then we can
That's
vote
right,
on it then.
I mean, we've discussed it tonight, and it needs to go on the regular agenda, I think.
Okay, so shall we put it on the agenda for the, regular meeting?
Well, we're not supposed to vote on it tonight unless we suspend the rules. Do y'all
Well, you're
want
not
to
vo-
suspend
you're
the
not
rules
voting
and
on it,
vote
it's just-
tonight?
it's
No, no,
kind of a
I'm
consensus.
I'm looking for a consensus.
You're not voting on it.
Okay.
And actually, Bill wants to put it on a couple.
Yeah,
we can
I mean,
put it on.
any two members, can put it on the agenda.
Well, I'd like to do it, but there's no need for it to go on the agenda and just take up space. Now, either it's worth putting on there or it's not, so,
All right, and
So
the
y'all
chairman can
do the
also put it on the
consensus.
agenda. I'll put it on the agenda for the next agenda meeting.